and depart from hinterlands forever we shall. Which means, I think this would be a good time for us to finally move on to the main quest.
Would you have guessed such a pairing?
Oh, yes. The lure of command, noble names. Classically arousing in every sense.
Careful. Ears.
Of course.
Who are you talking about? I'll inventory manage a little bit, and I'll see you at the war table. Everyone, today is a big day. We have lots of missions done. Offer of help on their terms. Our soldiers' report is not good. Halfway through the passage, the air fouled, and they had to turn back. They found a message at the entrance. A letter on dark vellum with obviously dwarven markings. The tunnel was cut for the number you were told, and no more. You want to trek the roads? Next time you listen, if next time comes. Ooh. We sent way too many people. This is the one where Cullen was like, I feel like we're not gonna be prepared enough. Let's send more people. And it sounds like it ended up backfiring on us. We still got a reward for that, though. Claim Grey Warden cache. The Grey Warden supply cache gave us some excellent equipment, useful to any military force. It also included several rare designs not seen for hundreds of years. They should serve us well in the fights to come. Talk to me when you're better than the one that Cassandra and Blackwall's using. I don't know if it's gonna be. Alliance is forging a way forward. The Tibble family is becoming a clear favorite in the war of station that is going on between the noble houses. The Borderlands have all but ceased to exist socially, and many are scrabbling for traditional alliances. Lady Eustace Richelieu has emerged with a strong voice at court and is suggesting several arranged marriages to solidify ties, and presumably the standing of her house as arbiter and matchmaker. Is that the end for now? No. There is a contender to rival the alliance with the Tybbalts. Lady Richelieu sent the following letter. The de Rossiers are a stubborn threat. The most efficient way to deal with them is to nullify the social alliance, but the only pairing of import is unavailable because the Tybalt daughter has betrothed herself elsewhere. She has the luxury of such a wasteful pairing because of the Inquisition bearing weight in this partnership. Our hands are tied. You face the difficult task of attacking the status of Lord de Rossier, unless you were to demand that task of the Tybalts. If their investment were more taxing, they would be more inclined to an arranged match for the daughter, and that is a well-respected currency in Orlais. Ooh, we're gonna be making some people unhappy by doing this. I cannot claim it will be popular, but it would hardly be unusual for an allied partner to ask for such a concession. Such is the way of the nobility. End Lord de Rossier's good name. His way is honorable conflict. With careful words, he will be powerless before he steps in court. Wait, the Tybalt daughter, did we originally want to marry her off to the de Rossiers? So there's two ways to do this. Get her to marry, or socially annihilate the de Rossiers so that we don't even need to marry them because there's no point in doing so. Well, Josephine is right that this is a common nobility thing, but because I can influence it and I don't want to cause the daughter some undue distress. Yeah, we'll just go destroy this house. Let's do it.
Let's see what we have.
There were a few that needed Josephine and Liliana though. Oh, we gotta open up some of these new places too. Hold up though. Pursue Marquis Buffon. Right. Pursue. My people can find a way to her. Wait, I don't think we've read this one. Inquisitor. With her treachery revealed, Marquis Buffon has fled into the mountains. Our initial efforts to pursue her have been hampered by both the terrain and the presence of demons in the area. While we have had difficulty making headway, the Grey Wardens have offered to assist. They seem to be the only force in the area capable of doing so. Grey Wardens? Sure.
Inquisitor.
All that glitters. This one needs someone specifically. Red Jenny attends a party. Surely the Inquisitor cannot be a part of such things. It seems a base prank to intentionally disrupt such an affair. A memo from Josephine, written on a letter from Sarah. This guy's a special prick, swats his people around, thinks his sovereigns pay for it, embarrass him at his own party, and you please a dozen people. People with keys and little else. That seems like a Josephine kind of thing. It's trivial to ensure we are represented, but should we encourage such base behavior? Lights out, not murder, just let them stumble in darkness. A small training exercise? Probably using the Inquisition's forces like this is a bit too good for Red Jenny, but Josephine is free. She can do this.
Let us begin.
It's fine. Now that everyone is busy doing their own thing? Wicked eyes and wicked hearts. An assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Halam Shiral, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin Grand Duke Gaspard under the guise of a grand ball. Every noble in the Empire will attend, making it the perfect place and time for Corypheus' assassin to strike. We can arrange an invitation to attend, to keep him from destroying Orlais, if we hurry. We are a little bit overleveled.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
Do we expect Celine to basically die at this ball then? We don't even have time to warn her.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
Sounds like someone close to her then.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds who hold authority over title disputes. She became empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Tale as old as time. One person is the emperor, the empress, the other person actually holds the political or military power. It's a very dangerous position to be in as the empress.
Aren't the chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The chevaliers see her as anti-military.
What?
They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Anti-military. Do you want us to be pro-military? You want us to be pro-war? Goodness.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
So the Grand Duchess Florian, then what is she in relation to Celine? Another cousin? Okay.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only, she has organized the elves of Halam Shiral into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's.
Oh.
A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known, just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briella could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
I was just gonna say, does it even have to be real for it to do damage? It's like how we accuse Liliana and the Divine of having something. People love gossip.
You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, we cannot openly march troops to the palace.
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside. But it must be a few at a time to avoid attention.
Understood. Just give the word, and we'll begin.
Is that okay? We're secretly bringing troops over to the Empress's castle and all that? Yeah, we read this already. Okay. Power cost 30. Yes, because that costs so much for us. Okay, on recommendation. So what I'm to understand is that we're going to be attending the Grand Ball today with the party that we pick. But I installed a mod that makes it so that everybody from the Inquisition, well, not everybody, all of our companions will be standing around. So no matter who we end up bringing for our combat party, we can still talk to them. Yeah, that'll be fun. Fingers crossed everything works properly. To a Grand Ball, I feel like we have to bring Vivienne, right? That's like her thing. And to these kind of situations, I would like to bring Josephine too, but of course she's not an available thing. Dorian. Oh, that's 2 mages. Is that okay? We don't expect fighting, do we? I'm gonna bring Cassandra anyway, just in case.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him.
Oh.
Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Wait, wasn't the Grand Duke related to Vivienne in some way? Like they were on good terms. Oh my goodness.
It is a great pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavelen. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
Forcing me to make a stand the moment I walk inside the castle perimeters.
Exactly what would be required to get that Imperial support?
I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
I suspect by the end of this, at the minimum, we're gonna have to pick between Gaspard and Celine. I don't know enough about Orlais politics to say either way. I don't wanna... That's why I don't want to cozy up to him yet, because I don't know.
I can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
You're a woman after my own heart, my lady.
But we are cozying
As a
up.
friend, perhaps there is a matter you could undertake this evening. This elven woman, Briella, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage! Oh, Maker forbid!
Excuse you.
Gaspard's idea of a joke.
Orlesian nobility looks down on elves. The court watches you with a critical eye. Already, immediately. Ah, there's a court approval meter. I see, I see. Yeah, we got our invite from Gaspard, so we're immediately already on good terms, although I don't remember we ever having spoken with him. But he was with Vivienne, wasn't he? Or was that a different duke? Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, Lady Mantillon. I can offer no apology for my nephew's behavior the other night. Gaspard has never betrayed any interest in following my advice. In truth, everything he said to you at your dinner party, he has also said to me. His resentment at being deprived of the throne has festered for some time, and he was never one to accept defeat gracefully. I would take Gaspard's threats of war seriously. I do not believe my nephew knows how to resolve problems through the use of anything but steel. If his record on the battlefield is any indication, he is quite adept at doing so. I shall be increasing my personal guard directly. Sincerely, Duke Grecian. If his soldiers like him, if the Chevaliers like him, I think that's probably some indication that he's a good leader. But do we have an official reason for why he even wants to take the throne? Is it as simple as, I want to be king? Or is it, Celine's not doing a good job, I can do much better? Is there any element of that? There's gotta be, because it's Orlais, and we're playing the game. Noblewoman. Montbeliard's ring. There's multiple things going on here. Hold up. Where are we? Where are we here? I'm just trying to figure out which quest is the one that we're staring at right now. I don't know, maybe I'll just have to talk to the person. Huh.
You there! Rabbit! Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbeliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
Is this ring particularly valuable?
Its worth in coin is not as important as its social value. It was a gift from a member of the Council of Heralds. If she finds out I lost it, she will never forgive me. Not even if I live to be 1,000 years old.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out, make her have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know.
Okay. I have a feeling it's probably around here. Yeah. Do I want a mask? Everyone here is wearing a mask, but me. Oh!
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
It said, the quest thing he said just now, I can either return it to her or keep it later for selling. But if I give it to her, I'll get social influence. Yeah, you can have it. You just gain court approval, which is usually the result of finesse, entertaining people, or keeping up appearances. The higher court approval is, the better.
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it! You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
This lady barely even tried looking. It was right behind her. But that's fine.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the Dales?
People socializing left and right.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A Dalish? No, that cannot be.
Did you guys keep up with the news? People should know this already. This isn't new. The Emerald Crown. Oh, I want to read about Hallam Shiral. Hallam Shiral. After the glorious reclamation of the Dales, the elven capital lay empty and in ruins for years, a haven for bandits and highwaymen, and all manner of miscreants. The land lay unused until the Exalted Age, when Alphonse Valmont, the very lion himself, declared that a palace should be built there in honor of the valiant actions of his brothers in besting the armies of false Emperor Xavier Dracon. Originally called Chateau Lyon, it was designed as a grand retreat for the Emperor's brothers and their families. The city of Hallam Shiral grew around the palace. The first records of its existence appear in the Storm Age, when Emperor Cyril granted the title of Marquis to Sir Reginald Montclair for administration of Hallam Shiral. An elven uprising destroyed Chateau Lyon in the Blessed Age. When Emperor Judicial I rebuilt it, he named the new retreat the Winter Palace. It was designed more for the Emperor and his immediate family than for any cadet branches of the House Valmont, and became the heart of the imperial court in the darkest months of winter. The name Hallam Shiral, I guess they just kept the name. It sounds very elven. Like that other entry said, the initial name tends to stick.
Can Gaspard take the throne without the backing of the Council of Heralds?
He plans to take it by force. If the council won't recognize him, he'll march against them.
That sounds like there is an element of I just want the throne because I think I deserve it. Because if you march against people, if you start a war, citizens are going to get hurt. Are you taking that into account at all?
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the Dales?
Statuettes required access to the eastern storage room. Requires more Hala statuettes. To open a door? Where does one find such Hala statuettes?
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Excuse me? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they were talking about Cassandra, but it might be another Pentagast. She comes from a big family after all. Storage key. I'm assuming we can exit this area and still find these things. Just looking around. Oh, this is leaving. Approach the talking nobles. No, we're not leaving. They're not talking.
Foreigners.
What? They didn't say anything. But presumably, they were angry that I was talking to them because I'm an elf. Damn, I feel like we've been doing pretty good on not getting discriminated against. But right here, after we get to the palace, suddenly, it's all coming.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
Is it appropriate for peace negotiations to involve a bunch of random nobles here? They all want to say something?
Interesting.
Well, I heard something, although I don't know if it gave me much more. Storage key, what do you know? Good thing I walked here, huh? I don't know where to find the Hala statuettes though. Is it inside? Is it outside? Alright. Either way, looks like we'll be walking around here a little bit more. Let me check out this place first. I know the storage key is for that room over there. Hala statuettes? Oh my gosh. Superstitions of the royal family. Oh, which one is that? Which one is that? The Valmont family has its quirks, every family does, but the Valmonts lean particularly toward the occult. Emperor Reveal the Mad believed in ghosts. He was certain that his mother continued to advise him after her death, and that the angry shade of his twin brother sought his downfall. He employed the services of soothsayers to convey messages from beyond the grave and to stave off his slain brother's wrath. His son, Emperor Judicial I, had a fascination for all things ancient and arcane. It is said that his desire to reconstruct the palace of Halam-Shiral after an elven uprising destroyed it was due more to his interest in the site itself than in politics or the game. They say he chose to spend the winter months at this family retreat because he believed the palace located at a nexus of elven magic, that spending time there would grant him longer life as with the fabled immortal elves. In the end, the palace did not prevent his death due to heart failure. His youngest son, Prince Reynald, had a similar interest in elves and the Dales. He collected carvings of Hala, the Dalish beasts of burden, sacred to one of their false gods. The statuettes, all the work of Dalish artisans during the long walk, were kept in his room in the Winter Palace. When his daughter ascended to the throne, she had them repurposed as keys, but why? And for what? No one can know. Oh, so that's why the statuette is a key.
Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Something like that. I wouldn't say it's false. People need something to believe in. I don't want to take it away from them. I'm sorry, that wasn't very socially appropriate. Yeah, people... They need to believe in something right now, at least until Corypheus is defeated. Oh wow, that's magical. We get a cowl. That's it? We're stealing the Winter Palace's stuff? Is that what we're doing? It seems so. Storage room here as well. What happened to building court influence? I feel like we're decreasing it right now. Witch lightning staff. Thank you. Scandalous testimony. Scandalous secrets gathered. Wait, there's 30? Give it to Liliana. Caprice coin. Oh wow, there's so much crap here. Orlesian Caprice coins. Hey, I remember we collected those in the DLC in 2, didn't we? Read about it anyway. Victory in the grand game is not merely determined by what one has at one's command, one's connections, and one's machinations, but what one is willing to give up. The clearest example is the Caprice. Each coin is traditionally a gift. They were once tokens of regard, favors for chevaliers from their lovers or patrons. Throwing them into a fountain was rooted in superstition. The token was offered as a sacrifice, a bribe to Andraste to keep the chevaliers safe on the battlefield. Very Orlais, using money to bribe Andraste. The more one had to offer to the waters, the better one's chances of escaping the caprices of fate, hence the name. Over time, the superstitious aspects of the custom faded. Now the caprice is a mark of status. The more coins one has, the more public the spectacle of throwing them away, the stronger one's position in the game. I think we're...
Are all the Delonces here?
Are we ready
Maker, I hope
to
not.
go in then? Because it seems like we have to collect 15 coins.
The silver brocades. Maker's breath. We look like every other fool here.
I think looking like every other fool here is fine.
Look magnificent.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of stick out. It's not something I'm sure if I want to be or not. Okay, I'm just gonna have to hope that the coins and the letters, the scandalous testimonies are inside. Okie dokie.
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
Oh, they're so racist here.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
It's okay, I'm not Sarah.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
Why don't you join me then?
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Cassandra is usually not the subtle or cautious type.
Oh.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine.
Let's hope so.
Andraste, watch over us all.
I'm not used to looking at Josephine in the outfit. We look so gallant. We're wearing matching couples clothing to our first party together? The Winter Palace. Let's immediately explore the offshoots. Okay, they marked it as unavailable. Wait. No, there's just holes. Holes in the door. That's all. Doors we can't open. Alright. Is there a canon explanation for why we can search our surroundings like this? Without it, we wouldn't have been able to find the ring, but I wonder if it's some sort of weird Herald of Andraste ability. Is there something right here?
How can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
Please, it's barely half the size of the foyer in the Imperial Palace. It's obviously just a vestibule.
I'd call it more of an antechamber myself.
No one asked you.
It's just as big as the washroom I've got back home. Hey, Varric's here. I think that probably means the mod worked? Good.
Seriously, did you get a look at the steps? I think they're gilded. So this is just the Winter Palace. What's the summer one look like, I wonder?
The fact that it's a completely separate palace. Wow.
Seriously, did you get a look at the steps? I think they're gilded.
Everyone... Is this the Inquisition official outfit? If so, I kind of want to talk to our fashion designer.
need to have this jacket let out a little.
You look great, Cullen. You look dashing.
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
The sooner we go in, the sooner we can get this over with.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
This dress uniform is preposterous. Formal armor would have been better.
I imagine it's not your first time wearing it, though. With your whole Navarran royalty... Excuse me, mister. I'm talking to my party right now. Would you mind going away?
The sooner we go in, the sooner we can
I
get
can hardly
this
believe
over with.
Gaspard and Celine are in the same room.
Grand Duchess Florian must have worked a miracle to get them here.
She might have been the only person who could have. A mutual cousin. Might be Gaspard's sister or something.
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. It's such a pity the wing is sealed.
Lots of people around here.
Is there any progress on the Helmi expedition to Amgarak?
House Dace remains steadfast in blocking all attempts to get into the Tig.
I don't recommend going to Amgarak. That place is hard. Winter Palace, the Grand Library of Halam Shiral. The Winter Palace's collection of books is one of the world's largest. Only the library of the University of Orlais and the Imperial Palace Library compare. Famed cabinet maker Gustavo Valfontaine designed and built the shelves, the finest examples of his marquetry technique still in existence. Locked from the other side. Grand Library. Library, huh? Both of them are locked from the other side? Fair enough.
Who does Orzammar favor in the negotiations tonight?
His Majesty King Haramond has made considerable coins supplying the Grand Duke's army with dwarven steel.
Haramond supports the Grand Duke. Why? We don't even know. Requires Royal Wing Key. Yeah, it's shut down. It's closed off to us. Who is it? An Orlais king? Festival, they say. Oh?
Waste of time.
Nothing?
What is Gaspard up to? It wouldn't surprise me if he brought the Inquisitor here as a prank.
Interesting.
I feel like Celine's gonna be immediately pissed because we're coming here with Gaspard.
Well, that's useful.
Oh, we're actually getting stuff from doing that? We got a scandalous secret there. Oh, so we weren't being sarcastic when we said that's useful. Alright.
The guest wing is not open to the public at this time, Inquisitor.
You know who I am. I like your pose, just casually standing on the statue. Who is that?
I wish there was more news coming from the Grand Cathedral.
Good news is becoming an increasingly rare commodity.
We got a civil war in Orlais going on. Corypheus trying to kill us, and then the Templars and the Mages. Oh, we're going in.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Lavellen.
Empress Celine.
Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
Remember to smile. This is all for show, my dear.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Oh, wow.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the divine.
Hero of Orlais.
Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi, enchanter of the Imperial Court, mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine, renowned author
Duke of Ghislaine.
Tharic Tethras, head of noble house Tethras, Desher of Kirkwall to the Dwarven Merchants Guild, Lord Dorian Pavus, member of the Circle of Arantium, son of Lord Magister Hallwood Pavus of Azariel, Warden Blackwall of Valchevan, Constable of the Grey, bearer of the silver right wings of valor, the Iron Bull, leader of the famed mercenary company Bull's Chargers.
Fantastic.
As the name might imply, the Lady Inquisitor's elven serving man, Solus, her ladyship, my bulls each, of course.
Oh my god. Who wrote that? Sarah?
Sir Callan Stanton Rutherford of Honleith, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Oh, okay, so these people are not our companions. They would normally be here anyway. I see. That was part of the mod too. Normally you would just get the introductions for the party members, I think. But we got everybody. Oh, guys, wait up for me. We gotta present ourselves to... Ooh, are those breadsticks? Oh my god, whoa, that hole. Can I have a drumstick? I mean, hello, Empress Celine. And Gaspard's right here. Vivienne's person was Ghislaine, not Gaspard, so they're not related.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
That was a terrible curtsy.
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
Lorianne?
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
She won't appreciate us ruining the moment.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
If I don't say anything though, I am worried that she'll die right in front of me. But it's a chance I'm gonna take.
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Oh gosh.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
That uniform makes everyone look so bulky.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa?
Oh! Josephine and her family.
Mother is the same as always.
Meaning she's after you to do more work.
You always take her side.
I don't take her side. I happen to think, as she does, you might attend to more of the estate's duties. Also, do stop slouching.
Hi, Yvette. I am Josephine's new girlfriend.
Revered Mother Lu-
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Josephine, is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? You and Josephine are going to elope and move to the Anderfels and join the Grey Wardens and fight Darkspawn?
Yes.
Yvette, I want to know.
I already packed our bags, didn't I, darling?
I knew it!
Inquisitor, please give her no more ammunition. I beg you.
We just got together. It feels like we're moving so fast.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of.
The dancing is so dull, Your Worship, but the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Oh, wow.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
Oh, wow.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Josephine, she's the breadwinner of the family, taking on 2 jobs, taking care of her family stuff and then doing the Inquisition stuff all at the same time.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
Josephine?
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
It's fine, Josephine. That's cute.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
The fact that there's a transition at all is gonna be itself chaotic. And we don't even know. I still don't know. Is Celine doing anything wrong at all right now? Or is it just Gaspard being like, hey, I wanna be king now?
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Thank you. It was nice to meet with you, Yvette. Oh, yes. Okay, this is the part where we can talk to everybody. Awesome. I can't imagine, like, if we can only talk to 2 people, that would be terrible. Did you see how they described Solus earlier? He's my elven serving man, because he has no title. Poor Solus. I didn't look at Duke Gaspard's card, did I? Which one was he? Gaspard... It was like... Grand Duke, so G. Oh yeah, nice and dashing. Now, Empress Celine Valmont. Oh, she's a Valmont. My dear Viscount, I congratulate you on securing an invitation to appear at court. Allow me to present you with these 3 words of advice as gift. Don't underestimate Celine. You must not mistake her reputation as a diplomat and peacemaker to mean she avoids conflict. Dozens of her enemies litter the bottom of the harbor in Val Royeaux. Negotiation did not send them there. She is as shrewd and ambitious as her grandfather, Judicial I, but unlike him, she knows how to handle the nobility. She built the University of Orlais, the most vehemently opposed project in Orlesian history, because she knew how to win the support she needed to overcome even her bitterest rivals. She can keep a pet apostate in front of the chantry, because even the divine fears her influence. Do enjoy your visit to the palace. Sincerely, Duke Germain. Remember she had that whole thing going on with Kaelin. She definitely seems like a manipulator type. Is she married right now? Even if she is, no heirs, because somehow Gaspard is next in line. Where is Liliana? She's the main one. Do you mind if I... Everything is locked.
Can you believe the Inquisition fill its ranks with apostates?
You just know that will end badly.
Blah, 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 blah.
What were they doing in the western approach? It's a wasteland.
Saving the world! That's what we were doing. Oh, Sarah, I bet you must be enjoying yourself.
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace with a war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspard's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
I was gonna say, what? Renovations? But I think if it was done by Gaspard, then she definitely needs to renovate. Because we gotta keep up the appearances and all that. How are you enjoying yourself, Sarah?
Crotch rot. Beats his squire. He's a she.
As a bastard. Extra toes. What a fun, close marrying crowd.
We can still do this, really?
Making any new friends?
Not likely. I'm watching them watch you. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but... Wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Just don't make it obvious that you're stealing.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Briala is friggin' funny.
So no.
Elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
I'd love to have a dance with Sarah platonically, but the symbol tells me it's not platonic. So I will sit that out.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
Aww. And by contrast, I can't say anything to Josephine. That's a bit of a shame. A companion of Orlesian theater. The most unusual part of Orlesian theater, appropriately enough, revolves around our southern neighbor's love of masks. Every actor wears a mask, and every mask follows a hierarchy of shape and colors that indicates to the audience the character's importance. Half-face green masks indicate a leading male role, for example, while half-face purple masks are for primary female characters. Full white masks are reserved for roles of no clear gender, such as spirits, except for demons, whose masks must always be black and red. Further complicating matters, for those new to Orlesian theater, an actor's race or sex has no bearing on the parts they can play. No, I mean, that's how it is in current day too. If a director believes it can sell the part, men can play dowagers, women can play dukes, and even an elf can play a king. Once donned, the mask is understood to be absolutely them. None of the actors I spoke to could explain to me the history behind this tradition, but bristled when I suggested other nations find it strange. There is a strong bond of trust between Orlesian theater troupes and their viewers. Indeed, I have rarely attended such attentive audiences than in Val Royeaux. It is my guess that Orlesians, surrounded as they are by masks in their daily lives, both require and fully respect the place where the objects boldly display their wearers' intentions for a change. An appendix at the back of this volume lists the appearance and meanings of Orlé's theatrical masks. These conventions are vital to understanding the history of its finest theater, a journey I hope you will find as rewarding as I have. The mask thing is weirder than the women playing men, men playing women thing. Yeah, like, I mean, there's a lot of theater troupes around the world that are only one gender, right? Like the Takarazuka Revue in Japan, it's all women, but they have women playing men all the time. The mask thing, though, I feel like is a little bit insulting to the audience. Do we really need coloring to indicate who the main role is? Can we not tell just by the story? I know they have to wear a mask, but it just seems... Is Liliana inside there? Cassandra. Where is Liliana anyway? Where are Jenny's stashes? There's a stash right here. Where is Liliana? I'll leave this alone for now because Cassandra's inside. I mean, I'm not leaving it alone because Cassandra's inside, but it's past the door. I don't want to touch the door.
I
heard the Inquisition was here.
You're too gullible.
Hi. Vivienne, you should feel right at home. Oh, I don't like how this looks on you. Feel like you look better with your normal clothing.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
Thank you.
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
Oh no, they have an odd number of... They normally have an odd number of people, but it's even now, which means I'm gonna be the tiebreaker.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a daughter, a lover, a friend are very different people from the Inquisitor and Herald of Andraste. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
That kind of explains the whole theater thing too.
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Anything happening I should know?
Keep an eye out for Celine's pet apostate. I've no doubt she's involved in this.
Is that the elf?
Tell me, Vivienne, where do you want the crown to fall?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
Well, that sounds like what you want then. Stability, yeah. Unchanging. The status quo not changing is the most stable option.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
The Dowager.
Love was the love of my life. You remember my husband? Poor darling. Killed in a war with Ferelden.
Hi, ma'am.
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Okay, not right now. Oh, excuse me.
Did you just... I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated.
I couldn't
But
help
the timing
myself.
is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
I didn't hear what Celine was doing there. Cullen, are you alright? Do you need rescuing? That sounded pretty bad just
Inquisitor,
now.
did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Yeah, we're here to look for, aside from dealing with the... I'm sure we're gonna have a part in dealing with the Celine versus Gaspard thing, but the main thing is we want to deliver to her that, hey, Corypheus is trying to kill you, and we're trying to figure out who is the one who's actually gonna do it.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
Oh, I wouldn't say attracted admirers, man. He's being harassed.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that stands out. I doubt there's a single person here without ulterior motives.
Maybe Sarah. Just here for the food?
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
I wouldn't trust anyone aside from our own people.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
But he can still... If he's the head of military, supported by Celine as the Empress, that still works perfectly. That's the current situation right now, but no, he's like, I want to take the throne.
Later.
I await your signal.
And Cullen might be biased because... Oh, how come my scandalous secrets are gone? I hope that's a bug. Cullen might be a little bit biased though, because he is the military guy. Where do I find... Oh, the Winter Palace, here we go. The Great Blackmail Hunt. If I set this to active, can I see where the stuff is? Nope. Nope.
I have a report on the casualties in the...
Yeah. Throwing away money, caprice coins. I'm guessing this one also won't show any. We'll just have to find it. I'm so worried. That's so many. Herd of Hala. Even Hala statues, we got so many as well. Hidden stashes. Sarah's contacts have tipped her off about the locations of various stashes hidden around the palace by nobles or other nobles. They're ripe for the picking. Okay then. I'll just set it back to the normal one. Oh, this door is open. Outside seems like a pretty good place for coins to be found. No. What if I jump out of here and just... No. It's too unsightly. Inquisitor, please stop jumping around the fences. Hello, ladies who look the exact same. This is like the romantic balcony for people to get away from the party. Wow, the view. It's crazy. And on a night like this, we can't see the moon? Really? Usually the moon is so gigantic. Nothing out here? Really now?
Have you heard from your nephew?
Not since his regiment joined the fighting.
Josephine. Wait, I'm already made a loop?
Are you happy to see me at all, Josie?
It may not have been wise to attend this particular engagement, Yvette.
I didn't want to come. Mother made me. At least Haram Sharal has such pretty gardens. They're so darling. I took out my parchment.
Not another book of poetry.
You gotta let her do her stuff.
Inquisitor?
Hello.
Hi. Enjoying yourselves?
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of...
The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette?
Sorry, Josie.
I'm a little bit surprised. That was new dialogue, wasn't it?
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying
Oh, never mind.
special
Yeah, this
attention,
is
but
okay.
they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
That's fine.
I'll see you later.
Another...
Sorry.
Time.
So out here we just have Josephine, Cullen, Vivian, Sarah. Wait, how do I get over there?
Is that her?
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes, yes.
That's me, alright. Was there a separate section that we could go off to?
Servant gone? Can I get you a drink, Commander Cullen? Always shirking their duties.
So many admirers. Well, we can't go here right now, right? That's part of the stuff. Maybe we just have to talk to Liliana right now.
They came to tell me that my second husband, Philippe, was thrown from his horse.
I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds traumatizing. Alright. Festival.
Good. I was hoping it would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish.
Rubbish?
She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
Briala being the rumored ex-lover and all, it's too obvious. It's probably not her. And she knows that if anything happened to Celine here, everyone would immediately look at her. It's a red herring, probably.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
She can do whatever she wants.
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
But you're saying we're using the word apostate to say that she was an apostate before the circles rebelled.
You think she's controlling the minds of the court? That's powerful blood magic.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Okie dokie. Wow, that lady is completely frozen in the back there. Look at her. She's not moving at all. A ghoulish delight. I don't even know what that would be. Would that be like a tail? A ghoulish delight. My dear Regine, surely you must have heard of the Paget's failing fortunes? They've lost almost everything. The Lord made some bad decisions and trusted people he shouldn't. All that's left is La Maison Verte in the Dales. They have to sell it and move to the city. I was called upon to find someone willing to buy the house. You would be so proud of me. I surpass all the Lord's expectations. I looked into La Maison's history first. Did you know it was built in the time of the elves? It was a sanctuary dedicated to Andruo, goddess of the forest. The house was built around the ruins. The heart of the shrine was an etched stone altar, now in the Grand Hall. It's quite spectacular. Any noble in Val Royeaux would be envious of something with such historical significance. I planned a party to show off the house and its elven altar. We had it decorated with white flowers and candles, even brought in some hearts to graze in the garden outside. The effect was stunning. This is the one house we were in before already, in the Emerald Graves. Yeah? Then my stroke of genius! Remember when Lady Kareen's pastime was reading about elves, and how sympathetic she was to what happened in the Dales? She couldn't stop talking about how we must make contact with the restless elven spirits. All her lady companions were so taken with the idea. Well, I did just that. Or I made the guests believe that's what happened. I had to hire a mage to help, of course, a very discreet fellow from Mont Simmert. During the party, I talked about how the house was a haunt for sad elven spirits. They ate it all up. Romantic, they said. For the final touch, I had everyone join hands around the elven stone and pray, and the mage, no names, cast a spell that made us dance like puppets on strings and sing The Little Blue Bird of Summer. It was a triumph. Offers began pouring in. One of them was even from a representative of Grand Duchess Floriane. Oh, I have so much to tell you. I can't wait to return. With great love, Ignatius. Oh, that sounds like it might have been a man. Whoops. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that house with the stone altar. I'm not sure why we randomly got that. Because mages doing creepy magic? Alright.